Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another little investigation. Today I think I'm in Sussex. I think Milland is in Sussex, and I'm meeting Kevin Hall for a cup of coffee at the Milland Stores and Cafe. Milland is a tiny little village. Kevin's going to tell me a little bit about it. And I believe he's in here, so let's see if we can find him. This is a community-run outfit for the village, and as we can see here, just on the outside, look, we've got some lovely vegetables, which all look very nice and fresh, probably from local farmers and what have you. And let's go in the door and see if we can find Kevin. Oops. There he is, Kevin Hall.
Richard Vobes.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Richard.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm going to come round and there's I see you've already organised.
Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. You've ordered the coffee and everything. I'm going to come round this side.
For me. Thank you very much. And cakes, yes.
That's very good. How are you, Kevin?
I'm all right, Richard. How are you?
Very good, actually.
Yeah.
We thought we'd have a look round today, a little bit around Milland.
Yeah.
And we've been dodging the raindrops.
Mm.
And we're going to have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me a little bit of Milland. And we thought we'd just have a look round at this community thing. This is something that people are... Sorry, I'm just going to move a bit closer so people can see you.
Yeah.
This is the sort of thing that's going on in a lot of villages up and down, because village shops, the old traditional shops, are unable to keep going because they've got to pay wages and they've got to pay rents and things, whereas this sort of thing is done by volunteers, if I'm right.
Yeah, I think it is pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're springing up all over the place. I was telling you just a little while ago that there was one in Fittleworth. They've done exactly the same, where the community run the store, and they put in a little area where people can come and have a cup of coffee, and a bit of cake or whatever. But it's great because it just brings people in together, doesn't it? It's trying to get that village spirit back again.
Absolutely. This is something that's has, I think, in the last 20-30 years has slowly been missing from a lot of villages, and having a hub.
Yes.
Because pubs are shutting, people don't go to church, the village shop in many ways, and the coffee shop is the last vestige.
Yeah, it is, exactly. And I think also a lot of these little shops and that, they try and encourage local produce to be brought in. Yes, which is great.
We saw the produce at the front there.
At the front, exactly, yeah. And there's actually another one, just remember, there's another one of these little stores in Grafham village.
Oh, right. There's almost a tour of finding the community. I think there's also one in near Clapham, between Clapham and Patching.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which I think they were going to I need to get in contact with them, because they said they would give me a tour and a history of it. Yeah. Well, shall we have our cups of coffee?
Absolutely.
And then we can have a little wander around.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
Well, we've had our lovely coffee, absolutely lovely, and the cakes were exemplary. If ever you're passing through Milland, you definitely want to come to this shop, because the not only are the cakes and the coffee nice, but the lovely staff here, volunteers in the background here, are wonderful, and they've looked after us, haven't they, Kevin?
Absolutely, yeah. We did. Thank you very much.
We have. So just gonna take you around some of the wonderful. Look at all this lovely food. Right, let's have a look at Milland.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Very nice, Kevin.
Yes, that was lovely. Yep.
So where are you going to take me first?
Well, we'll head up this way to the crossroads, and then we'll just see that there's a pub there, just up there, called the Rising Sun. And then you'll be able to see there's a signpost up there which tells all the viewers in different directions of where you could get to from here.
There's a nice K6 telephone box there, which I wonder if it's got a telephone in it. You often go past some of these villages, and remarkably,
this one hasn't.
It's very odd when you do see one, because I don't think any of them work anymore.
No, probably not. This is defibrillator again.
Yeah, so defibrillate.
Yes.
How do you say it?
There you got me started now. Defibrillator. Defibrillator. Yeah, that's it.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
That's the rising sun there. Actually, it's nice because the sun has risen. He usually gets up at about midday. He's a lazy bugger. But anyway, so there's the signage.
Yeah.
Let's get over there.
Yep. That's the sign, and that tells us where everybody can disappear to.
Oh. So this whole area, this part of Sussex that we're in,
Yeah.
quite rural and quite Spartan, isn't it?
Very much so. Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got places like Iping.
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with the Apple and the iPod and the
No, nothing
iPhone.
to do with that at all. No, no.
The evangelical church.
Evangelical church.
Oh yes, there we are.
Yeah.
Get a lot of jelly in there.
Absolutely.
Petersfield, I know. Rowgate, I know. Rake.
Yes.
That's an interesting place.
Rake is on the old A3.
I get a lot of people must scrape over that quite a bit.
They do. So if you go from Liphook,
Yes.
which is Hampshire,
Yes.
heading towards Petersfield,
Yes.
you go through Rake on the way to Petersfield.
I believe, was it Hogarth who did the Rake's Progress?
Did he?
It's getting windy now.
Yeah.
Got to get out of the wind. We're just walking down, well, we're walking northwards, I suppose.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
The ground is very mulchy.
Yes.
Lots of leaves from the autumn, which is soaking wet. And then there's these beautiful trees.
These oak trees, a continuous line right from the village crossroads, right the way along this piece of road here.
Oh, look, daffodils. Blimey.
These are going to be coming out very
Look at that.
soon, aren't they?
Here we go, Milland's Parish Fish Pond. Durrant's Pond. Or Durant. I don't know how that's Durrant.
I would say Durant.
Durant.
Yeah.
And according to the sign here, in the days when Wardley was the centre of life in the valley, we must be in a valley then.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That it was Wardley, but it's been adopted by Milland as their village pond.
This village pond, yeah. There's quite a bit of information on the board here.
They can see that because
Yeah.
it's printed in text.
Where's that then?
Just there. Let's have a look at the pond, Kevin. So according to the signage there, it said this was part of the manor house in the area and it was their old fish pond.
Oh, there's a hen house over there.
Can't really see it very well, but it might be a duck pond,
Yeah.
a duck house.
Duck house.
Just on that island there. What I didn't do, Kevin, is put my walking boots on.
No.
And it's very much... Oh, you can't get round the whole island,
Oh,
the whole pond.
that's a shame.
But look, you can see how much water there is because it's overflowing. There's a picture on the sign of a wall which looks very similar to this wall here and this whole bit of stream that seems to be culverted and run along here. But what it says on the sign, which is interesting, if I come back to it, is that there was an old sheep wash. Now I assume you're washing the wool really, not so much the sheep, but Kevin is having a quick look at it, so I'm going to come back across the road back to the pond.
Well, it's mentioning it's to the east of Durrant's Pond.
Yeah, well, I think that's where I've come from.
That's from over there, and that it was the main. It was the water was which fed the wash was in fact the main hammer stream of the course, which was latterly diverted to the east of the Durrant's Pond. But it was allowed to get to a depth of 3 feet, which meant the sheep could be completely covered, which enabled them to wash them. And that was around 1857.
Yes. It says here, washing prior to shearing made less work for the processes of the wool. which is what I thought. It must be not so much cleaning the sheep because they're worried about the sheep. They're more worried about the wool, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, it produces a cleaner fleece that would fetch a better price, which is why you'd go to the trouble of allowing or making a sheep wash in the first place.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think we've probably done our time.
10 years.
Yeah. 10 years. We get out soon. Thank you so much for watching. Little look round at Milland. Is there other things in Milland to look at?
No, because Milland is just a very small, country village.
Spread out a bit.
Spread out a bit, yeah. But things like we were saying just now, things have changed. Just literally up here, these buildings up here, there used to be a shop there, and I think it was either a butcher's or a general stores. When going back to when I was a kid, but everything's changing. It's the old-fashioned villages. They don't exist anymore.
Well, it's been a long time since the 18th century, Kevin, of course. But anyway, don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, become a patron, give us a thumbs up, throttle the Vobes if you can, and we will see you on the next one, wherever and whenever that is. Until the next time, thank you so much, Kevin.
Cheers, Richard.
Thanks for the coffee, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
I've got to hitch back now home.
Yes, you have. Long walk.
Till the next one. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.